guys, so here I am taking a break, drinking a coffee with this little cutie right here. And I wanted to touch on something that I just had a little bit of a struggle with just today. And my struggle is not how I responded, but it's how the other person responded, but I'm not responsible for the other person. But anyway, it's very simple. I will not give a lot of detail so that people can't figure out exactly who I'm talking to. Not that anybody who listens to me would know, but just in case some of the parties involved would ever come across these videos, right? I guess I have to do a little bit of anonymity sometimes. But basically, with this agreement I've been working on, the party that represents the other party is totally overcharging their party and all these things for what the norm is. And there was a discrepancy of a very small figure, and I was very surprised when the representative of the other person didn't just eat the discrepancy. Like, it's bringing it into question, it's making an issue out of it, when they're already overcharging actually by double what's standard. And the saddest part is that the people they represent aren't from the United States. So it's like, here I am, knowing this is happening, but you're in a rock and a hard place. And I mean, she's within her legal right to do so. So there's no fraud here. But it's just a matter of what is the norm in contracts of this type. And basically, if you have somebody that you represent on many different things, then it's just wise to take the high road, or think long term versus the short term money gain now. And the whole eating the discrepancy, the small discrepancy, eating it is taking the high road. But the high road would have been charging appropriately in the first place. Anyway, I say all of that to say, you missed it. She was talking into the cup. Anyway, I just wanted to share my frustrations because, hey, if I'm going to make a video a day, this is an outlet for me. But aside from that, kind of give my thinking on some of these things, and how I think you should approach life, how I try my best, not perfect, to approach life. So the short-term play is most amount of money now, and money's just an example. It could be things, it could be anything. The long-term play is being wise, making profits, but also being kind or considerate, and the people are going to keep doing business with you forever, okay? And I think it also has to do with like a spirit of excellence, always trying to take the high road, always trying to think through scenarios of how it's going to affect all the players versus what about you, what about you, what about you, what about your dollar figure, what about whatever. Like, so here's an example. When our landlord finally came back with a discount, we ended up actually coming back to the landlord $25 on top of that discount. Like, I think it's just because it was like an odd number, so we went to an even number, and we did that because we wanted to say, hey, we are so thankful that you even considered a discount and then you extended us a discount, that we're willing to go even a little higher than what you said, just because we appreciate you and we want to be in good terms. We want to have this positive relationship. And something so small like that means a lot, by the way. So just so you know, in relationship building and sales, in anything that you do, and since I live in buildings, I got to deal with property managers, front desk, and so forth. Here's an example. July 4th for the front desk. When we cooked a barbecue for July 4th, she keeps stopping when I'm gonna put her on the video. When I cooked, when we cooked for July 4th, we ended up, I knew I was gonna overcook. I had kept telling some people who work in my building, maintenance, front desk, whoever, hey, stop by the barbecue. That's just who I am. And what I ended up doing was setting up like a tray of food and hot dogs and hot dog buns and even all the condiments, to the degree which apparently somebody entering the building, a kid said, I want a hot dog, and the mom prepared it. The mom asked, can he have one? And they go, this is a nice building. They give you food and everything. Because I set out this like little platter of food for all the people who work here downstairs. But yes, stuff like that means so much more than you know to the people that you are considering, that you are saying, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate how you help me when I need it, how you maintain the building I live in, and so forth. And it's quite amazing over the years, developing these relationships, the small things, the steps people will take to help you, the advocates you need in a difficult time, or if there would be a dispute, let's say in the building, you have advocates because they know who you are. You have shown them who you are. Anyway, I share all of that to say, take the high road as much as you can. We're not perfect. We mess up. Sometimes we get petty. We're pissed. Whatever. But take the high road as much as you can. Do everything with a spirit of excellence. And always look long term and not the short term. Because in this particular situation that I was talking about, as all will remain nameless, who are the players and what is the negotiation and everything, no one knows. But the person representing the other party is not thinking long term. They are thinking about paycheck today. And you know what? Whether or not one day her clients wake up and say, I'm not going to work with you anymore because, you have your best interests at heart and not mine. Whether that ever happens, stuff's just not going to go very well for this person, because you can't live closed-fisted for a whole lifetime and have a successful life. And beyond that, sure, might there be monetary gain, but if you're closed-fisted, you don't enjoy life anyway. So you can have all the monetary gain you want, but you're not going to enjoy it. So I say all of that. It's just the rules of life. I'm not wishing anything on anybody. It's just kind of how life rolls out. So those are 3 tips to getting the most out of your opportunities, your finances, your relationships with people. You're gonna go quiet now. Is doing those 3 things will really help you in the game.